Hey credit heroes, have you exhausted all your disputing options and you still aren't seeing the results you want? Well, today I'm going to explain the power of consumer law attorneys and when it's the right time to hire one. So you better stick around.
My name is Daniel Rosen, and welcome to Credit Repair Business Secrets.
A consumer law attorney is a lawyer who specializes in the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, and other consumer protection laws. Their practice is usually dedicated to suing banks, debt collectors, data furnishers, or credit bureaus for violating these laws. There are four primary types of consumer law attorneys: FCRA attorneys, debt collection attorneys, consumer protection attorneys, and class action attorneys. Each of these attorneys specialize in a different field related to credit repair, and it's important to understand when and why you might need to reach out to one for their help. Here's how this relates to us. The factual disputing process is all about having the facts on your side and the law on your side so that you can stand up to the unfair credit system. Unfortunately, in certain situations, you can have everything on your side and it still just isn't enough. The banks and the bureaus ignore you, data furnishers mistreat you, and debt collectors flat out harass you. In these cases, you may need to recruit a qualified attorney to help you to take your dispute to the next level. So, who are these consumer law attorneys? Well, FCRA attorneys specialize in laws that protect consumers' rights to accurate credit reports, and they help resolve disputes with the credit bureaus. FDCPA attorneys specialize in laws that protect you from unfair or abusive debt collection practices. They can also help stop debt collector harassment, negotiate lower interest rates and payment plans, and in some cases, they can eliminate debts altogether. Consumer protection attorneys specialize in laws that protect you from unfair or deceptive business practices. They help consumers fight back against false advertising, deceptive or unfair sales, and deceptive or unfair business practices. Class action attorneys represent large groups of consumers who have all been harmed by the same consumer law violation. They can file lawsuits on behalf of the group and seek damages for the harm they have suffered. When you challenge the corrupt credit system, you need to apply constant pressure and be prepared to adjust your strategy. Enlisting the help of an attorney may seem intimidating, but they're actually a very powerful ally. And in many cases, they won't even cost you a penny. Here's the thing to remember. I'm not saying that you should run out and get an attorney every time you want to file a credit dispute. I'm not an attorney, and this is not legal advice, and that's kind of the point. There are plenty of proven tactics for removing negative items from credit reports that don't require an attorney. Late payments, collections, charge-offs, you name it. They can all be removed using the factual disputing method when you've already gone through the disputing process, sent follow-ups and warnings, and filed complaints with the CFPB or the FTC or your state attorney general, and you still haven't been able to get the results you want. That's when you need to consider bringing in an attorney. Now, in the case of identity theft, you may want to contact an attorney right away because their expertise can prevent greater damage. But in most cases, hiring a consumer law attorney is a credit repair weapon of last resort. Some credit heroes hire attorneys to negotiate debt settlements with collection agencies because it helps ensure the best possible terms. Some credit heroes hire attorneys because they get overwhelmed by aspects of bankruptcies, foreclosures, and other court judgments. The point is, it's the card that you play when you don't have any others left. You'll also discover that if you hire an attorney, they'll be more likely to succeed if you've already gone through the standard dispute process and collected a huge paper trail of evidence to back up your dispute. Here's why this is important. If you are new to credit repair and the factual disputing method, I suggest that you spend some quality time getting to know the FCRA, the FDCPA, and other consumer laws. These laws define your rights to fair and accurate reporting, and they protect you from the worst aspects of the credit system. The FCRA also allows you to seek damages from those who violate these laws. It states, if a consumer reporting agency, or in some cases, a user of consumer reports, or a furnisher of information to a consumer reporting agency violates the FCRA, you may be able to sue in state or federal court. So whether you hire an attorney or not, understanding these consumer law violations and having clear evidence to support your claim, these are essential to credit repair success. Attorneys are just better trained to use your evidence and to scare the bad guys. If you or someone you know or a credit repair client believe that they have evidence of a consumer law violation, there are a few things that they need to consider before they hire an attorney. Here's what you need to know. First, you have to find a qualified and reputable attorney with experience handling your type of dispute. They need to understand state and federal consumer laws and know how they relate to your case. You need to review the 4 types of consumer law attorneys and research the best ones in your area. You can ask for referrals from friends or family, you can contact your state bar association, or you can search online. Avo, FindLaw, and Justia are 3 of the most popular legal directories, and each allows you to search by location and specialty so that you can find exactly what you're looking for regardless of your circumstances. You can visit the websites of the National Association of Consumer Advocates and the National Association of Consumer Bankruptcy Attorneys, which have directories, and you can filter by area and by specialty. You can also check out the National Consumer Law Center's website, which offers legal aid, including low-cost and free legal assistance options. Once you've found a few potential attorneys, I recommend reaching out and scheduling a consultation with each one. Many of these consultations will be free, but be sure to ask before you agree to anything. The consultation will give you a chance to meet the attorney and ask questions about their experience, their rate of success, and their fees. I can't stress this enough to get a written estimate of the attorney's fees before you hire them. In many consumer law cases, the defendant is responsible for paying the claimant's legal fees, which means you or your clients would not pay out of pocket. But in some cases, you may be asked to pay a retainer fee, which is a deposit that the attorney will hold to cover the cost of the case. It all depends on the situation. If a settlement is involved, some attorneys take cases on a contingency basis, which means you don't have to pay them at all unless they win. And if they win, they get paid a percentage of the settlement that they won. And then you get the remainder of the settlement and the dispute is resolved and everybody wins. Just remember, if you decide to hire a consumer law attorney, no matter who you choose, be patient and communicate with them. These cases can take months or even years to resolve, and you need to trust the person who's fighting for you. If you want to learn more about consumer law attorneys and advanced disputing techniques, go to creditrepaircloud.com/free training and sign up for our masterclass. The masterclass includes 6 months of our software and additional credit repair business resources. Here's my final point. Hiring a consumer law attorney is an effective way to get results, but in many cases, it's overkill. Before you ever get to that point, there are plenty of tactics to try. However, in extreme cases where you hit a wall using the factual disputing method, your work is still valuable because it will help your attorney to fight for you. Just don't give up. And I'll end by saying, if you want more ways to fight back against the unfair credit system, check out my episode, Consumer Law Credit Repair. And if you'd like to get certified in disputing and gain confidence and grow your very own credit repair business, check out our Credit Hero Challenge. Doors are closing soon, so sign up right now at creditherochallenge.com and start changing lives.